Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Shadow and Bone trilogy and whether or not I think it is worth the hype. Now, I know that there's been getting a lot of buzz around this at the moment because the new TV show is being filmed at the moment. Lee Bardugo has been posting photos and we've seen the cast, and there's been just so much buzz about this in the booktube community and in Bookstagram and on Twitter. I hadn't read this series yet and I just wanted to see how I felt about it. I know everyone's been raving about it. Goodreads has quite a bit of a mixed review when it comes to this series, and I just wanted to see where I fell in the scheme of things, I guess. So if you haven't read these books, please feel free to go and read them and then come back, because this review will contain spoilers, so I don't want you to be spoiled for anything. Unless you want to be spoiled, then feel free to keep watching, because I'm going to be talking about things that you might want to know when they're happening. Anyway, so for the first book, Shadow and Bone, I really liked how we were just thrown into the world and expected to be able to pick it up as we went along. I felt that that was a really interesting way of writing. I really enjoyed the magic system and the different types of magic that you could have. I really liked how Alina found out that she was the Sun Summoner while she was trying to save Mal's life. But other than that, Alina really annoyed me. I felt like she was just like, I don't even know how to explain it. I just didn't vibe with her very well. And then when she was taken away with the Darkling and taken to the palace and been given all of these amazing things that she never had, and then Mal was taken away from her, and I know that she was in love with her. I know that she was in love with him and was trying to write to him and he wasn't responding. But I just found it very awkward. I just found it very unlikely that she would just fall in love with the Darkling. Or not so much fall in love with him, but have that attraction there where she just, like, I don't really understand. Maybe he was because he was very manipulative and knew what to say and what to do to get her to feel a certain way and get her to react a certain way to him. But it just didn't sit very well with me. I felt like she just kind of pushed Mal aside very quickly and just had the Darkling step into his place. So I don't know how I felt about that. So forgive me if I say something that I thought happened in this book but happens in the second book or so on, because I read them one after the other, so they kind of just meshed into one big story for me and I can't remember which one happened in which. But I did like how Mel came back and they went and found the stag together, and you know, they definitely had that chemistry. I feel like their relationship was very authentic within this novel until Siege of Storm. And then I just kind of didn't really like Mel that much when she killed the sea snake, I'm gonna call it, because I don't remember what it was called, and then she became much more powerful, and I felt like he didn't appreciate her until she had that power. So there was a few lines in this one, I think it was, or Ruin and Rising, where he said that he wished that she'd never had any powers, and that was like, it was almost like she was more powerful than him and more important than him, and he wasn't okay with that, and it was like a little bit selfish and a little bit problematic. But you know, I still really enjoyed their relationship, even if he was like that. Like, I felt like their relationship was very real and realistic, and something that I just enjoyed reading. My favorite part of book 2 was definitely Nikolai. I really loved his character. I can't wait to read King of Scars to see where that goes. But yeah, I really enjoyed learning about his past and where he'd come from and why he was doing what he was doing. I thought his character was very smart and educated and very conniving at the same time. I thought it was very funny, so I did really enjoy that. So with this book, I don't know what happened, but I was listening to it on audiobook, and I calculated the time that it was supposed to take me to read this, and it was supposed to take me 5 days to and from work. And I didn't listen to it any time between then, but it only took me 3 days, and I feel like I missed like a lot of the book, but I don't know how. and I don't know where, because everything really slotted together nicely. It didn't feel like I was missing any important information. But I did quite enjoy when they were going to find the Firebird and realize that Mal was the other like enhancer for her powers, and that she would need to kill him to be able to become everything that she was supposed to be, and that she needed to do that to defeat the Darkling. I really enjoyed that part. The one thing that was my biggest pet peeve within this whole story is that he didn't stay dead. I loved when the final battle where she was fighting the Darkling, and she just like made the decision that he forced the decision upon her that she had to kill him, and that he was going to help her do it, and that she was going to defeat the Darkling, and everything was going to be okay because she would end the war, basically. And it really annoyed me that he survived. Well, he didn't even survive. He was brought back to life by the healers. I feel like that's very unrealistic. I would have just liked it if he had stayed dead, because that's definitely much more of a... I'm not so much a person for happy endings. I'm definitely someone who, if someone needs to die to save the world, then they need to die to save the world. You can't bring them back from that. That's not a thing that happens in real life. So that was like the most annoying part to me. I feel like the death of the Darkling was also very easy, and it happened very quickly. He was just like there, and then the next minute she'd stabbed him, and then I don't know, it was like she felt remorse or guilt and was there with him for his dying breath and like saying his name because no one else knew it. And I didn't really care that much for the Darkling, to be honest. I didn't enjoy his character that much throughout the novels. So I think that while the plot of these books is something that I really enjoyed, the characters were something that brought my ratings down a little bit more. So my overall opinion, I think I gave them 4 stars, because I do rate my books on an enjoyment rather than what's inside. So if I enjoyed myself, I'm going to rate it higher than when I didn't. And while I was reading it, the plot was enough to keep me going and enough to keep me engaged with the story and want to keep reading and having that enjoyment there. So I do think that these are worth the hype to an extent. I'm not sure that they're like something to be raved about and to be put down as like the best thing out there. It's definitely a solid series. Not sure how I feel about the conclusion, but you know, you can't win them all. Alright, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about this novel and how you think the TV show is going to change. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!